Well, hello and welcome back to Flint Hills Briar. I'm Gareth. Not like that's ever changed. Coming at you today from the beautiful Flint Hills of Kansas. From my I'm camping in a undisclosed location. One of my little go-to spots out in this part of the world. I'm enjoying some railroad station from J.M. Boswell's in this Richmond Bulldog, Richmond, London, 233, made in England. Got this off of either eBay or maybe it was Etsy. But had a bowl full of a railroad station a couple days ago, and I don't know. It's probably it's at least the second or third bowl that I've had, and that really kind of fell in love with it. So it's one of the 4 tobaccos I brought out with me this weekend. They brought railroad station. It's a really good Latakia blend. I guess, I don't know, are Scottish blends, Latakia blends with Cavendish, because I think pretty sure this has a good deal of Cavendish too. Has a wonderful smoothness to it that I like. Latakia smokiness with that kind of butteriness. And the Cavendish really smooths things out. Either that or I don't know what I'm talking about at all, which is entirely possible. But I brought this, brought some Sir Walter Raleigh, brought Mirkwood aromatic from the Country Squire. Has some different name now, I'm sure. It's the one that they release, like a limited release. It used to be on Tolkien's birthday. But I got I don't know. I had about 2 mason jars of it at home. It's really good stuff. I like it. It kind of strikes me. Today I had a couple bowls of it earlier. And started almost wondering if it's just a mixture of Old Toby and Rivendell, which have since both been renamed. I like both of those. I think I like Rivendell the best. I love the nuttiness that it has in it when actually smoking aromatic. Like I've said this before, but I love the way aromatics smell. Love the way they taste, at least at the beginning of the bowl, but sometimes that flavor doesn't really hold out as well through the bowl. But anyway, I usually when I'm craving a pipe bowl full of something, it's usually not an aromatic, so I tend to smoke non-aromatics more often than not. So then I have this issue with the fact that I have a good number of aromatics which I know don't improve with age, which aren't getting smoked through very fast at all. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the fourth. I brought a fourth tobacco with me. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Cowboy Coffee, also by the Country Squire. Can't remember all what they put in it. It has a Dark Fire Kentucky. And I'm not really sure what else, but it struck me that it also has some sort of a topping on it, a mild topping, but so it's pretty good. I mean, I think I actually enjoyed it out here, maybe even than I have at home. But I was so it's late March now and mid late March, and the vernal equinox was a couple days ago. And I was hoping to go out to a place near here where I've camped in the middle of March. Um, well, I did in like 2020 and 2021 and 2022. Last year, it was the weekend I was going to go out there. It was just too cold and windy because where I camped there, it's up on a hill, so it's pretty exposed to the wind, obviously. And so I went and camped somewhere else. But so I didn't get out there last year. I was really hoping to get out there this year. But this weekend, I mean, I was on call last weekend. This weekend, I'm free. And then next weekend's Easter. So this was the camping weekend. And it's not as cold as it was last year, but it's still cooler. It's like temperature is mostly in the 40s today. Last night it got down like the upper 20s, I think, or at least around 30. Pretty windy. I was rather cold just sitting around the campsite here. And this place it's technically it's on a hill also, but it's much more. It's not near as open. There's a lot more tree cover, and the hill isn't quite as prominent. That other hill really sticks up, and it's one of the higher things in that area. Whereas here, the hills fits more with the lay of the land. But I was a little chilly here last night, so I was glad I didn't go camping at the other place. My hope is, if I feel like doing it, is in a few weeks, if the weather's nice, I want to come back out and camp over at the other place if I can. Just because I haven't camped out there for like 2 years now. And then this place, I want to come back to it at the end of like April or early May. Because I came out here and camped. Last time I camped here was it's like the end of April last year, I think. It was during the Codger Challenge when I was smoking my Shelby Foot mixture. But it was when the whippoorwills were calling. And I just heard like one of the evenings I was out. I mean, I probably heard it both evenings, but I still have a very fond memory from last year of hearing the whippoorwills calling in the trees up along the hills out here in the evening. And I told myself I need to come back out this year, and camp out here again that time of year so I can hear them again. So hopefully I'll be back out here in, I don't know, a month and a half, whatever. But because the other place is close, I decided to, after I'd done a little hiking around this area, I hopped in my truck and drove over to the other place and just hiked around a little bit, just check things out. And it's, still the same old place over there. But yeah, it's just good to get out, and winter's over, and Spring's rolling in. Just doing that inevitable cycle of the seasons and life. And the other place I have some memories here that go back quite a ways. Not necessarily this spot I'm sitting in, but this area. Like old like Boy Scout campouts and stuff. This place has changed a lot over the years. And the other place, I have a lot of like Boy Scout campout memories there, and also other memories growing up. And it's kind of difficult for me not to feel kind of sad being at the other place because it's just some aspects of it have changed a lot over the last 30 whatever years. Some parts are the same, some are totally different, but I was just kind of telling myself today though, but that's nothing new. Things change, life goes on. Ultimately, the only thing that really matters is where I'm at right now and where the people that are with me, like my wife, my family, my friends, where they're at, and that's life goes on for us, and or hopefully other things change, and that's just it's the way it's supposed to be. Even if sometimes you don't really want it to be that way, but life would get pretty boring if nothing ever changed. But yeah, I'll drug some firewood in earlier and did about all the firewood cutting I felt like doing. So I'll get a fire going and cook my supper. Open a bottle of Pinot Noir. Have another pipe, I'm sure. Gonna make some soup of sorts. Got some buckwheat, some Russian buckwheat, some Bob's Red Mill soup mix that has like split peas and some little alphabet noodles or something in it. Some other like lentils, I think. Threw some dried vegetable soup mix in there. Put a packet of like Lipton onion soup mix, a can of like roast beef chunks. Should be some pretty good hearty stuff. Cook it over the fire. And yeah. Should be a good night. It is supposed to start raining tonight, early tomorrow morning. I'm camped in a hammock, so I have a tarp over it, and so I should stay plenty dry as long as it doesn't blow in sideways, but it's also supposed to be rather windy, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I might get a little on the damp side, or at least some stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining me out here in the Flint Hills of Kansas. Enjoying a good pipe of good tobacco. I'll wrap this one up. So thanks for joining me. I'm Gareth with Flint Hills Briar. See you next time.